silence is not an empty space. It is a well of wisdom waiting to be drawn from. Buddha taught that, in silence, we discover the truth. Buddha believed that silence is more powerful than many words. He taught that when we are silent, we can truly listen to the world around us and, more importantly, to ourselves. But in silence, the mind becomes like a calm, still lake. When there is no disturbance, the water reflects everything clearly. Just as silence helps us see the truth within. When we choose silence over noise, we choose clarity. The world's noise fades, and the answers we seek begin to emerge. In his teachings, Buddha often practiced and spoke about noble silence. This is not just the absence of speaking, but the presence of awareness. Noble silence means quieting the mind, controlling our impulses to speak unnecessarily, and being fully present in the moment. It is a form of deep wisdom. When we engage in noble silence, we learn to observe without reacting. We give ourselves time to process emotions and thoughts. Instead of being driven by constant noise and distractions, we become aware of what is important. Noble silence is a practice that anyone can follow. It helps us step back from the busyness of life and allows us to reconnect with the present moment. By embracing silence, we can hear our inner wisdom more clearly, allowing it to guide us. Buddha taught that silence leads us to peace. In silence, we have the chance to observe our thoughts without becoming attached to them. Imagine sitting in silence and watching your thoughts drift by like clouds. You notice them, but you do not chase after them. This is the practice of mindful silence. It helps us realize that our thoughts are temporary, like passing clouds. Silence gives us the ability to stay grounded, even when our mind is busy. In the stillness of silence, we learn not to react. We watch, we understand, and we gain peace. This peace doesn't come from avoiding thoughts or emotions, but from understanding them through silent observation. When we allow silence into our lives, it calms our hearts and minds. In our busy, noisy lives, silence has become rare. We are always surrounded by distractions. Constant notifications, conversations, and background noise. But Buddha's teachings remind us that silence is essential. It helps us regain control over our thoughts, feelings, and reactions. Silence can be practiced anywhere, at any time. In the middle of a busy day, take a moment to pause and be still. Even in the busiest environment, you can find a quiet place inside yourself where peace remains. When you choose to be silent, you give yourself the gift of peace. Silence helps us release stress and connect with the present moment. In the stillness, we remember what truly matters. In the teachings of Buddha, silence is not something we must wait for. It is something we can create. No matter how busy life becomes, silence is always available. Practicing silence is simple, yet transformative. Start your day in silence before you check your phone or talk to anyone. Use those first few moments to center yourself and breathe. During conversations, take a pause before speaking. Let silence guide your words. And at the end of your day, find time to sit quietly, reflecting on what you've learned or experienced. Practical tips. Number 1. Start your day in silence. Before the noise of the day begins, sit quietly and take a few deep breaths. Number 2. Pause before speaking. During conversations, listen deeply and take a moment of silence before responding. Number 3. End your day in reflection. In the quiet of the evening, sit in silence and let your mind rest. These simple practices help us carry peace within. No matter what the world outside brings. Through silence, we cultivate inner strength, wisdom, and calm.